All right, everybody, are you ready for a massacre? Because that is exactly what's about to happen. We decimated the Pittsburgh Penguins in 4 games, and you know what that means. We're going to get murdered by Ottawa. I believe the term that the kids are using nowadays is murked. I think it's applicable. We are going to have a bad time, I am sure. Speaking of bad times, the Chicago Wolves taking on the Detroit Vipers. They are currently up 2-1 in the series, so we'll follow along with our AHL team, who might actually do something, and they did. Go see Iron Claw. I plan on it. I plan on it. So shout out to both of our teams. Moving on to round number 2. You'll love to see it. And indeed, we get the confirmation. It'll be Ottawa in the next round. No, it won't. Oh, it reseeded. Oh, no, it's New Jersey. I don't know if that's better or worse. There's quite the difference between Mike Dunham and Martin Brodeur. And that is that Mike Dunham's actually good. Subverted the expectations there, didn't I? God, Chicago takes on... Hold on. The St. John Flames. I think. Okay, I got it right. Thank you, Snipe. Took me a second. All right. Well, the boys have had about a week off. We'll see if that affects them. Wouldn't that be fun if that would actually be like a concern in this reality? But hey, what are you going to do? Let us take a look. The San Jose fuckers. Ah, yes. Well, let us take a look at the New Jersey Devils. Top line, Patrick Eliash, Jason Arnott, and Alexander Mogilny. One of my favorite players of all time, Peter Sikora with Scott Gomez and Richard Zednick. Gary Roberts, Bobby Holik, and Pat Falloon. Trent Klatt, Espen Knutson, and Brian Gianna. It's a bit of a problem. Defensively, Scott Niedermayer and Brian Rafalski. Mike Babcock Commodore. And Vladimir Malakoff. And Matthias Demander with Chris Therien. The goaltender, Martin Brodeur. With Brian, don't call him Bobby Boucher, behind him. Any injuries? Yes, Darren McCarty is hurt. Dallas Drake and Nelson Emerson as the scratches. How long is Darren McCarty out for? Because that could be a pretty big injury for them. He broke his leg. He gone. He broke his leg. He gone. Fair enough. We have home ice advantage as the top team in the East. 94, 87, 90. 94, 85, and I didn't see what the goaltending was, but it was better. So they are, this is a pretty even matchup, honestly. Oh, no. Brodeur with gold wheels. The goalie equivalent of gold wheels, at least. Oh, that's funny. All right. Let's do this. Round 2. New Jersey. I highly doubt we do as well as we did against Pittsburgh. First period, goalless. We did outshoot them 15-6. Ultimately, didn't matter. Second period, game over. Alex Mogilny, they're up 1-0. Big shout out to Ripley. That's a lot of damage, and that's a lot of months. Ripley, thank you for the 14. Wish me some luck here. Otherwise, we're about to lose this game. But thank you for supporting my face. Third period. Boys, we need a goal. You scored 6 goals against the Penguins 3 times. I cannot have you be getting shut out here. in game number 1 against New Jersey. How long was that penalty? Jesus. 8 minutes left. It's not looking good. And that's when Tim Connolly saves the day. Jimothy Connolly. It's overtime in game number 1. Again. Familiar story, huh? It's a familiar story, to say the least. Old Jimmy Jam Connolly. Again, we got to wear the whites at home. Was the style at the time. And we are in the exact same situation that we were in against Pittsburgh. Got NHL 24 for Christmas because it was 35 Canadian. Franchise menus are slow. Yeah, they can be a smidge laggy. Just a smidge. Ryan Campbell making moves. Ryan Nash. Heater! Oh my god, what a save by Brodeur. Heatley to Zetterberg. Chances from this top line, nearly at full pressure. The Devils clear. Scott Niedermayer. Niedermayer had it poked away, gets it back. To the point, Rafalski, good save by Luongo. Elias, glove save by Luongo. All right, well, we had a couple of chances. They got a couple chances. Makes sense. Got the Coyotes just beat the Ducks. The Arizona Coyotes are a wagon. Face off won by Arnott. Niedermayer. Get full pressure. Jimmy, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Elias. Dude, Luongo is all over the place. Dumont clears the zone. Finds Campbell. Takes off the pressure. Battled. Campbell comes up with it. Chara for McDonald. Andy McDonald. Line change in there. Here comes Brian Rafalski. To Jason Arnott. Knocked loose. Brewer to Spezza. Jason Spezza was the overtime hero in game 1, round 1 against Pittsburgh. Can't find space, still has it. Fight for the puck. Spezza finds Ryan Malone. And a save by Brodeur. Obviously, I am still a little bit worried about, oh man, not having our top defense pairing out there as much as possible. Zetterberg versus Gomez on the draw. Gomez wins it. Amador to Sikora. You love me some Peter Sikora. Malakoff, good save, Luongo. Nash for Heatley. Dude, we're getting hit hard by the trap. Nash finds space. Rick Nash, save, rebound, scores! Let's go! The boys are 5-0 in the playoffs. Henrik Zetterberg is the hero this time. Game 1 to the good guys in a comeback victory. Lundqvist, Islanders legend. Henrik Zetterberg, right place, right time, puts the rebound home. Off the drive from Rick Nash. Jess jams it home. The boys celebrate. Brian Danielson apparently made it to the WWF rather than the WWE. Granted, it would have been WWE by this point, but when we started, this chance already there. 2-1, the final score. Again, we are 5-0 in the playoffs. Whew. We're feeling good. That's a huge win. To kind of steal one away from the Devils like that, that is a big, big win. We go to game 2. Still not changing a damn thing about this lineup. I thought for sure I'd have to by this point. First period. Ooh, okay. Okay. I mean, at least we're scoring on Brodeur. That's a good sign, even if they're scoring on us. Eliash and Zednik started off the scoring. 2 goals in less than a minute. And then Dumont and Connolly on the second line tied the game because Tim Connolly is the Wayne Gretzky of hockey. It makes sense. Don't think about it too much. Second period. McDonald and Verbata. Sikora got one back. We're up 4-3 heading into the third. Long way to go. Yep, there's Gary Roberts. Shit. No. Fuck. Bobby Holik on the power play. Jason Arnott on the power play. And the streak is over, as we will drop a game in the playoffs for the first time. Damn it. Penalties killed us at the end of the game. New Jersey takes game 2, 6-4. Tim Connolly did his best, but Devils weren't going to lose on my beat. Henrique, hello. Hello, sir. Now, I genuinely have to ask. I have to. I know it's on the GM mode, by the way. Oh, God. I was going to be mean and say, why do you have to do this to me? But I didn't want to blame you. I didn't want to throw you under the bus. It's fine. The boys... Throwing you under the bus would show that I don't have confidence in my team, but I do. We're going to bounce back. It's our first loss, which is okay. Henry, how are you, by the way? Let's go for game number 3 here. Still no lineup changes. We're 5-1 in the playoffs. Still feeling pretty good. Devils scoring 6 goals in the early 2000s. Bullshit. I mean, it really would have been more of like 95 that the trap was particularly bad. So, goodness. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You should check out these rosters, man. I think you'd have an absolute blast with the Devils. First period, game number 3 in New Jersey. Goalless, okay. Obviously, we're not playing Mike Dunham anymore. Just a little bit of a difference between Mike Dunham and Martin Brodeur. Second period. And for the first time this postseason, I'm worried. 2 goals for Alex Mogilny. Devils up by 2. The spark might not be there anymore. And if we lose this game, then we have a big decision to make. Do we make changes, or do we wait until we're potentially down 3-1 to make changes? Martin Brodeur gets the shutout. 38 shots, 38 saves. Devils win 3-0 in game 3. We got to change something. Outscored 9-4 over the last 2 games. And after the dominance that we had against Pittsburgh, all of a sudden now it's a bit of adversity. Luongo hasn't been amazing, but he's still going to be our guy. The third pairing of Barrett, Jackman, and Jeff Gilson hasn't been particularly great. Jackman, super physical, takes a fair amount of penalties. I don't think we can afford to be in the box all that often, so we're going to go best lines here. It does take Jackman out, which is good. I think we're going to go with McInnes and Gilson. Brewer and Finger can stay, and then Campbell and Chara can stay together. I do agree that putting like McInnes and Chara together would be hilarious, but I do still believe in that top pair. But Alan McInnes is in. And then for the forwards, it took out Taylor Pyatt, which is fair. I mean, he hasn't been particularly great. I mean, it's him or Dupuis, basically. Can Ryan Malone take faceoffs? No. Obviously, Brett Hull only helps so much. Let me put the lines back together as they have been in recent memory. Obviously, we'd have to have a different center, which would be Hull. Do we keep the other lines the same and just get the two new bodies in? Or do we make a change? I feel like a change might not be the worst idea. At the very least, we're going to get the more experienced line, more ice time of Dumont, McDonald, and Connolly. Have the younger guys on the second line, even though Zetterberg is now a first-line player, which is great. I do wonder if having Hull with Spezza would work out incredibly well. I need to know. Does mean we are a bit weak at forward, but at least on the fourth line, but them's the breaks. At center, at least. It's worth a shot. Couple of changes, nothing too drastic, but trying to spark the team heading into Game 4. Otherwise, we are down 3-1 in the series and very likely dead in the water. Game 4. First period. Much better. Dumont and Chara. 2 goals on 6 shots. It's often been in the series the team that outplays the other is the one that ends up doing better. As awkward as that is. So, go figure. Second period. Still 2-0. We're getting outshot. But here we are. Can't score, losing in the series. Add 2 40-year-olds. Hey, that experience means a lot, brother. They've been to the top of the mountain. They've sold out stadiums all across the world, brother. Listen here, brother Jack, brother dude, Jack, brother Danny Heatley, brother. And the Islanders respond in a big-time way. 3-0 in terms of getting shut out to 3-0 in terms of shutting them out. 37 saves for Roberto Luongo. The shoe was on the other foot in that one, and this series is tied at 2 wins apiece. Of course, it would be a close series with the Devils. Chicago 2-2 with the Flames right now as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. No changes heading into Game 5. We need a win on home ice, and we need it badly. Can we get it? First period. Trent Klatt and Pat Falloon. Danny Heatley scores for us. We had more shots and we're losing. Told you, it's a bit of a trend. Second period. Short-handed goal for Dupuis, but late goals from Arnott and Holik. It's 4-2 New Jersey, 4 goals on 15 shots. Brett Hull gets one back. Brett Hull. 39 years old. And leading the way. Oh, Bobby Holik. No, not like this. Fuck. A heroic effort from Brett Hull. And ultimately, it didn't matter. The Devils are 1 win away from the conference final. Damn it. What an effort from Hull. Game 6 in New Jersey. Our season will be on the line. And for the first time this postseason, Henrik Lundqvist will be called upon. as Luongo has been up and down in this series. But after that last game, I need to try something different. McInnes has been really good so far. For the memes, Al McInnes and Zdeno Chara will be together. Shit. Jeff Finger will be out of the lineup for Barrett Jackman, as Brian Campbell will be with Eric Brewer. Offensively, the 15 penalty minutes from Ryan Malone. He did really well points-wise, but he's just taking too many damn penalties. We're going to get Taylor Pyatt back in there. Hull 2 goals, -1. What is our best way through here? And looking at line chemistry, Nash should be on that top line. Dumont can be anywhere. Hull should be on that second line. I'm not worried about the fourth line. McDonald should be a second liner. Zetterberg should be a second liner. Spezza doesn't really matter. So we can swap them around if need be. Connolly should be a second liner. Heater first or third. Verbata first or third. Fuck. It just ended up being the same young top line. Nash, Zetterberg, Heatley. We're going to go for it, except we're going to have Heatley and Nash swap sides. Hull will now be with McDonald and Connolly. Dumont relegated to being with Jason Spezza and Radim Verbata. I want Dumont on that strong hand side, even if it technically loses chemistry. Henrik the King, can you save us in Game 6? Or does our season end here? First period. McDonald, Gianna, Verbata, Jackman, then Mogilny, but then with 4 seconds left, Al McInnes. Goals from McInnes and Barrett Jackman. Criminy. Second period. Gomez, Roberts, and Eliash. 2 power play goals. That could be it. We go to the third, down by 1 with our season on the line. We've gotten killed by New Jersey's power play in this series, and our goaltending just hasn't been good enough. We have 3 minutes to try and tie this game, or the season's over. 3 by God minutes. Lundqvist not quite able to make the saves that I needed him to make. We're not done yet. It's close. But we're not done yet. Rafalski to Niedermeyer. Falloon recovers. Rafalski, it's blocked. Why it's requesting me to call a timeout, but okay. Jackman. We are going to shorten the bench. Hall for Dumont. JP. Held up by Niedermeyer. Big hit on Holik. Dumont in front. And Brodeur makes the save. Zetterberg, big face-off. Wins it. McInnes. Can't get it through. Eliash gets bowled over by Chara. Zetterberg to Big Al. Rick Nash, nowhere to go. Niedermeyer to Rafalski. Mogilny. Killing time. Good hit there. Arnott helps out Mogilny. Gigantic hit by Chara. McInnes back to him. Danny Heatley. Zednik turns it over to McInnes. Andy McDonald can't get the shot off clean. Niedermeyer has trouble. And when do we look to pull the goalie? Rabada, Spezza, and Dumont against Zednik, Gomez, and Sikora. Gomez wins the draw. Spezza holds up Niedermeyer. Sikora tripped. And Jason Spezza likely ends the last chance we had of winning this game. A brutal poke check that some nerd would complain about being a penalty on Reddit, even though it was definitely a penalty. Campbell for Verbata. Radim Verbata. Couldn't hold it. Gets it back. Bumped off. Verbata putting up one hell of a fight. Kicks it low. Now for Falloon. Snipe, feel free to promote yourself in chat. Klatz shot stopped. Up ahead again for McDonald. McDonald to Verbata. Verbata couldn't get the shot off. Need a line change. Good save by Hank. Is it too little too late? And hot ice, it is Snipe and Scores Ultimates 99 rosters. Snipe just mentioned in chat. Wasn't sure if he was going to post. Brewer with the puck. Eric Brewer couldn't hold it. I was hoping we could get established in the O-zone, but how backdated is YouTube compared to the streams? Quite a bit at this point. Unfortunately, yeah, quite a bit at this point. Peter? Dude, we just can't stay in the offensive zone long enough for me to pull the goalie. We're toast. Patrick Eliash breaks free. After a dominant first round against the Penguins, we are eliminated in 6 by Marty Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils. Damn it. Fucking endo laugh, man, every time. On one hand, I shouldn't be that disappointed because it was our first trip to the playoffs with a super, super young team, as we established. But man, we could have won that round. We could have. It'll be Buffalo and New Jersey in the conference final. Damn. I do wish I could sort by series, which again, you cannot. You could back in the day in the 2K games, but yeah, you can't sort by series. Hot Ice, it's been fun, except for right now. But clearly, we just weren't able to put pucks past Marty Brodeur. Again, a big shout out to Hot Ice for supporting Snipe and Score, supporting me, supporting Snipe and Score. Just a big bunch of supports. Oh my god, I keep sorting by too many games. One game, please. Hank sucked. The problem is Luongo's numbers weren't nearly as good as the first round as the second round. You get what I mean? God. What did we finish with for a penalty kill? I can't imagine it was too great. Can't imagine. 23% on the power play, 87.5 on the PK. I mean, I'm pretty sure all 5 of the power play goal against were against New Jersey. Wouldn't be surprised, at least. We also gave up a shorthanded goal in that series. It was a series of growth. It was improvement. But it still feels like we left a bit on the table, and we know that there are going to have to be roster changes coming up with certain people getting better and just having to move out certain players. But it was a good year. That could have been a great year.